Okay, right. Welcome to the uh fate/donation tier list that will be out date in do, 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 4 to 5 days if we get a Fool's Master update. It's probably gonna happen. We're probably gonna get a Master Patch halfway through the thing as well. But fuck it, new tournament season starting, and I thought it would be fun to put this out while people are still bidding and see if I can shake up anything and maybe have set some expectations for who's probably gonna be winning. Spoiler alert, it's probably Ushi. Wow, nice buys though. Do you wanna let me get my hat off. I just got off from work. Anyway, you know the deal. We're gonna go through each master. I'm probably gonna try to stick to what order they're in the bag. But I roughly remember the order. So first things first, Emiya, Triple S. There's a meme. I won't take credit for starting it, but there is a meme that Emiya is literally the Phil Swift of Fate/Domination because Contra Bucket is literally flex tape for any bad servant pick. On top of that, you don't really have a non-existent detriment like what you saw in 2 mana. So you literally have Contra and Bakia. You could just play a 1/5 in addition on Angers, and that just fixes like every problem, servant problem. If they have like if they have shit power, Contra and Bakia. If they don't have a card, they can, like you need the win a fight Contra and Bakia. It's like fuck, Contra and Bakia is fucked, man. And like I said, non-existent detriment. You have Avalon that just reses you. Yeah, no, I'm putting it into S. Putting in triple S, no surprise. Mr. Flex type man. Vin. Vin. I don't think Vin's bad anymore. I think the only downside is you can't use the Force Command Seal on mana, because you will just lose 4 mana anyway. But it's like, you have gems, you can gander if you want, you can play 1 more mana. You can use that command seal for +2. Depending on turn order, you can probably use that command seal to just get 2 VP and recon. And like I said, you got Gem Economy, so that's draw power. You got one you can throw out that has a type, so it's better on magics. And then you have the ability to gain 1 mana. And so that's why I don't think Win's bad. Like I said, her downside is being forced to use command seal, and you can't really use it for mana. I mean, you could, but then you're just gonna probably take 2 shit downturns afterwards. So it's like a bit annoying. I just wish you didn't lose 4 mana for doing that, but I'm gonna put it in C. We'll see where else the rest of the masters go after this. If I remember afterwards, suck, but no, it's Shinji. Oh, we all know Shinji is. I've been seeing people say, give Shinji a nerf version of Shadow Servant, particularly for the top side, because, Lance Archer. Sure. But like I said, it has to be a nerfed version of the Shadow Servant, and I guess the nerfed version would be like you can only have like 1 class skill per turn, maybe, and then you can let Shinji play Second Commandment so he can swap into his actual pick. I think that's a viable idea if that was allowed. It really depends on the strength of the Shadow Servant. But then, let's see, he has the Command Seal Lost Detriment, which is strong, but he also still gains Command Seals when he swaps. And he gets 1 mana in my armor, so he pretty much has a Workshop deploy in my armor. Like, if we get the Shadow Servant thing next patch cycle, I think I would put Shinji in A. Because having more Command Seal access is really strong. That's what makes Bizet such a good master. Because Reset just gives her all her Command Seals when she needs it. And we'll talk about Bizet when we get to it. But yeah, I think just because of the command seal reset, I would put him in A. But right now he's in banned because he is banned. Alright, there's no 2 ways around it. Sakura, I'm still gonna put in S. Like, a lot of people who play her, and this is probably just me blowing Ishi's bin again, like, the thing is, to play Sakura good, you need Sakura diplomacy. You need the sort of diplomacy like good players like Uchi can bring to the table. And that's why I say she has the potential to be S, because once again, Tainted Girl is really good. You have the B, the pay 1 mana to get 2 VP. Was it 2 mana for 2 VP? So it's been a while since Tainted. No, it's 2 mana for 2 VP. Which, it's like event mana. It's not mandatory though, it's more like if you're playing caster prep. Like, if you're playing caster, it's better. But yeah, no, I would put Sakura in S. She has potential to be S, but where we at with how the sort of people who play right now, she's probably around B, but I would say S. I actually should, if I want to make this point more worthwhile, I should bring up the Master Auction Tierlist. So I have it. I watch it. I do this every season. So let's see. Yeah, we got Dragonus on Shiro on 9? That should not be allowed. And we got Gamer on Vin, which is pretty good. And yeah. We don't have any Sakura players yet. So yeah, once again, I'm curious to see if any of the good players will go for Sakura. Ilya, I don't think anyone's on Ilya. Yeah. Ilya. You're a very generic servant. You get the summon 6 mana, which means you can fight round 1 if it's a 2 mana event. And you get pretty much 3 mana gen at the end of rounds. And you have Dress, which is a little bit of extra VP. It can help. It's probably only going to be applicable going in Climax. I don't really see it a lot often out of that, but she's a very boring master. I think her mum's slightly better, honestly, in terms of what she can do. So yeah, I'll put her in C for now. We'll see how I feel about moving on. And the next is Kirei. I'm surprised Simp is playing Kirei, not Vines. I don't think there's anyone contesting Vines right now. Let me double check. Oh no, we got Yujing on Vines for 10. Really? Fuck. Interesting. Future knows on 4. Okay, wow. Go on Sin's characters. Kirei, I used to say he's bottom of S just because he's such a good all-rounder pick. Like, you get table information, you get 2 mana recon, and then when you want to fight, you get the +2 power. But I think with just how strong S and triple S is at this point, I'm probably going to put him around bottom A. Because he really doesn't have anything going for him outside of guaranteed recon, but then you got other servants in the game who can get to recon before you. It's kind of pointless. And yeah, +2 power is nice. It's not exactly like fucking Kanjo Baki or an actual combat power. But he's a very good generic master. She just play and throw out. After that, it's Sulkin, right? No, it's Kazuki. Okay, fuck. Kazuki is an S. Because Kazuki is just like... In Tournament, where placement is everything, like, getting into Climax is really fucking good. And Kazuki, like, sure, he has shit mana, but then you just solve that problem by getting caster on Kazuki. And that's a lot of people who can have caster. Like, if I was to bring up all the casters he has access to. Like, yeah, Kazuki Archer is also a good one. Because, like, look at this board. Right, let's see. Archer class. Archer class. Archer class and has the thing. You got Archer class and, making Archer class. I might consider it. Solves your mana problems. Trump card and Archer. I think Tristan has Archer. Yeah, he has Archer. Emiya Ultra has Archer, I know that. Tommy goes and has Archer. You could probably still VP. I'm actually curious to see the Moriarty combo there, actually, with that. And then what, you go down here, you got, like, Medea for skills, Hans for Dickery, Solomon if you want to fight on Kazuki, which, yeah, you can pretty much fight in Mayama. Shakespeare doesn't count. Then you got Da Vinci, sure. Not traditional caster, but it can work. Wolfgang, which is probably actually pretty good. I won't say Thomas Edison is good, because once again, you have shit mana gain. And Edison gives mana. And to get his VP, NSA just really fucking strong. Maxwell Shaw, because it's just caster class. This is pretty good as well. Stiffer, of course, but Stiffer is good here. I think it's Sengzu. Yeah, sure, you don't have caster, but you have firepower. Maybe not Nicholas, and for Lady Avalon, yeah, fucked. This would be giga fucked with Potenta and caster VP on top of Kazuki VP. Yeah, no, fucked. Just fucked. And of course, you got 7 manuals, so that's like a decent chunk of good picks on Kazuki. You can just play. So yeah, I don't think it's enough to trump Tainted Grey in my eyes for now, but we'll see. But yeah, I think it's a little fucked. Zolkin. Everyone's the shit. Everyone's meme daddy. It's amazing how Zolkin goes into the. It's like we all used to shit on Zolkin, and then like it just took a good player actually playing Zolkin to switch their community's entire problem. He's very feast and famine, but like a good player can make a feast and famine master work, because when they know they can feast, they will feast. Like that's the thing. And it's just this is a really good master if you know what you're doing. You know, you're not doing the lol funnies, because he's not a very lol funny master. Alright, and Taiga. You know me, I'm a Taiga defender, despite the fact I didn't even play Taiga in comp, because I realized how miserable it is. I'm putting on top of C. Actually, probably not. I'm putting in C. She's not shit. She has guaranteed climax if you convince people to take stamps. Worst case scenario, if you like, Taiga, like, you can convince people to take stamps, sure. Or you can just be cheeky with Assassin class. Like, Taiga Stefano is probably gigafucked, because of course people want the title of the Stefano, but then you give a like an actual combat assassin like Danzo and her, and sure, that's actually pretty fucking good. And of course, on actually good combat masters. But like, here's the thing: why would you play Taiga for the extra VP gain when you could like play someone like Leo? Yeah, I'm just saying, if you want the extra VP, you play someone like Leo. So Leo's of course gonna go higher, and Gorloff I might as well put up there as well. Like, if you want 2 VP inflating combat masters, let's play Leo or this. Like, you pick Taiga because you like being a meme. But I will say, oh, you want the extra tokens in the case of comp. But yeah, no, I think Taiga's okay. I'm putting her in C. I used to say she's bottom of B. I think that's a terribly wrong opinion of mine now when I think about it more, because I have a lot of things to think about when I'm at work. But yeah, I don't think Taiga is a D pick, but she's starting not the B anymore. Bizet. Not triple S, but I'm putting her in S. I think she is a really good master, but like Ushi said, it really takes a lot of micromanagement to make her work because of how her days work. If you ruin your cycle, it's kind of fucked. And I think a good player can't get that far on Bizet, especially with how the new detriment works. Like with the VP climax thing. Like, if I really want to scratch it, I was to count normal players, I would probably put her in A. Because once again, she's a very... If you can ruin her cycle, sure. She's kind of shit. In fact, yeah, but it's like... Good players can get her to S. And then, of course, if Ushi's playing her, it's triple S. But we're not counting this on one person. We're counting this on the community, of course. And, of course, Ushi is playing Bizet, so I hope you're all looking forward to... Fourth win? I think we're up to a fourth win. Yeah, because he's got Grandmaster. Then he really lost Grandmaster. No, he won to lose Grandmaster. And then he won to gain his current special role. So now, yeah, fourth. I think that's how it works. We're on our fourth. So Ushi's probably on his way for a fourth victory, but we got some good players in back this time, like POTUS, that hopefully can test him. And I know Alani is looking to make sure he doesn't get a free win on Bizet, because he quite does do that quite often. And then we got Karen. I think with the new Karen buff, she's really fucking good now. Or not really fucking good, but like... The thing is, Karen exists as a counter to pretty much all VP gaining servants and masters. It's really good, but I think the problem there is... Yeah.
Pizza night.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
Yeah, when are we going?
Sure.
Oh, give me a second. But, like, here's the thing. Karen, I wouldn't put in a B. With how match system works now, sure, it's good, and there's a lot of good ways. But I think the problem is, match system is forced, which means you are converting your ability to gain VP, sure, and deny VP into mana. You can't really fight because of that. So I'm putting it in B for now, and also I have to stop recording because I need to go get dinner, so I guess I have to add this now. So fuck my life, that's 10 minutes of my life ruined. It's still working again now, so I'm done dinner for now. No one else will interrupt me, and I said the model should be working, because I fixed it. But right, we'll have to carry, won't we? Okay. Do I need to say where carry goes? Like, there is no optional carry. Optional carry is literally don't use bullet until you really want to use it. Like, use it as like a extending punishment or some sort. Like, the threat of bullet makes carry strong. Like, I would probably put it above Sakura. Honestly, and honestly, the more I think about it, I think Kazuki can go above Sakura. But no, Carry sits in S. I don't fucking care. He's such a dumb fucking master. And he has so many tools. I don't want to beat this fucking dead horse. Everyone in this community knows. Carry's stupid. End of that. Takomi. I'm hesitant to put him in any... I don't want to put him C. I don't want to put him A. I kind of also don't want to put him B. So here's the thing. We're still, as a community, still trying to figure out what is optional to Kemi. Like, sure, he has the 2-3 edition. That's pretty good. He has VP gen from items, but like, these items make it really hard for him to fight sometimes. And the thing is, this is a 2-0 no typing. It only gets value if you can stack it up. And you really can't. I'm hesitating putting him in B. Because I think realistically he should be in C, probably just below Ilya actually. But once again, like, the ability is to fight on your last turn order with your own items and have VP gain when you need it. I think I'll put it in the bottom of B for now. We'll see where optional Dikemi takes us if someone wants to try to play optional Dikemi, but it's probably not going to happen. I'll also go ahead and she's away now. Kaya. Okay, let's see. If I recall correctly, Cooper's on Kaya. Yep, so Cooper. And I know Cooper's gonna watch this. So, with the existence of Arakusa now, I don't think Kaya deserves to be in the should be banned pile anymore. He's not a D, obviously. I'm putting him around. I want to put him A, but then putting him A means Amakusa goes higher than him, and he has to go higher. I think putting him in the bottom A is fair right now. You have good mana regen. Like, Workshop is a guaranteed 3 mana. 2 mana. 3, so you're getting like 3 to 4 mana, depending what you do. The move thing doesn't really matter often, I think, enough in terms of detriment, because his real detriment is broken. But like, if you want to put value on how far he can get to climax before having the prop broken, I think he goes in A, frankly. Once again, I think his getting a little toxic, but there's definitely ways to manage it. And is he against Cooper playing Galia? I think he's a potential contender for Grandmaster. Completely unbiased, but yeah, again, Ushi's on Bezet, so Ushi's on Bezet, and of course you got Bullet playing Carry, and then I think Emir just being kind of dummy stupid will get him pretty far as well. That reminds me, double checking. No one's taken Kazuki. Interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, next up is Kaneth. Oh, I can use this. This is an order Kaneth. So you got Kemba. I won't say much about Kemba. I think Kaneth. I want to put him in C. He gets a lot of value from having, I guess, low cost servants. Because once again, his detriment means he's really locked out of workshop a lot of the time. But he can play a lot of things. He has a lot of good attacks in his deck. Yeah, shuffle 6-point intercept. He's draw cards, so he's random. He can't pick which one he gets. And then it's kind of polluting his deck if he digs into them too often. I'm gonna put him bottom B for now. That's where I personally think he should sit. Next is Velvet, which was stolen by the same guy that stole Wave of Taylor, and we now have Varney on. Varney, so if you're watching, Mr. Wave Sealer, thanks for ruining the tournament for literally everyone by doing this. Regardless of that, Waver, I think, in a game where hand information is pretty good, I think Waver honestly goes into B. He has like no real downside. He can draw additional 2, which makes him of course strong with his cannon class rider. Once again, looking at face down Shinto objectives is really strong, because it means it removes the factor of having to gamble on Shinto objective. I'm actually gonna put him above Can, because once again, like I said, he has like no real downsides, and he's able to cripple players if he wants to with his hand looking. I want to put him B, because like the thing that's holding him back from going into A is he doesn't have combat power. Kaya has combat power at least. Like, sorry, Kirei has combat power. Kaya has really good mana regen on top of Nemesis VP. Waver doesn't have any combat power. He's a lot more of a passive master. You just essentially have a bunch of extra passive tools to help you. But yeah. Let's see. Runesuke, no one's on him, which I'm surprised. So I honestly want to put Runesuke into B. I would say A, like bottom A. Because, like, the thing with Inosuke is he can just Art of Death VP. Like, the thing that's holding him back is he kind of needs a good combat servant to make that work. So he's kind of limited in terms of servant picks, but I think just being able to generate extra mana, extra VP from giving up your terrain, sure. I think that's pretty good. Like, Ardef is a really good card and enables a bit of a good snowball, but once again, he's held back by combat. So, yeah, honestly, you know what? Fuck it, he can go here. Yeah, there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can go in B, maybe not A. Because, like, once again, he doesn't have combat power. He only has extra resource gain. Why am I using that? I could just use the option. I just feel your only downside is your command skills are in outposts. I wouldn't say that's a real downside. You also don't have combat power, that doesn't matter because you literally can ditch your hands to generate mana, which means your downturns aren't that bad. You have really good deck cycle, and let's be honest, if you're dumping your mana, you're going for a double skill play. I would kind of put it here. So once again, you really don't have a downside. It's like you just have to use your command skills and outpost. You need a plan ahead. That's not a downside. That's really nothing. Anyway, up to the extra cost, Male Hargono. Pumpkins on him. I think Pumpkin. Not Pumpkin. I think Male Harkono. I want to put him S. Like, the beard defense feat check is amazing, of course. But, like, a thing that's really strong on Male Harkono is the fact, like, if you just ignore the fact he has a defeat check, being able to just win, fan RPS, and then. So let me go for this. Be easy to do it like this. And then yeah, see, you're defeated, sure. I mean you RPS when you know you aren't gonna get a guaranteed win. But like just being able to fan gain +2 power, gain +3 power, or just defeating is really fucking strong. Which is why I'm debating putting him into S or A. I kinda wanna put him S. Yeah, I'll put him in S, play the bomb right now. I kinda wanna slide Bizet up. Actually, when I think about it, I think I put K too high. I'll put K there. But yeah, female Hakuno. Female Hakuno is interesting. All her detriments are tied to her skill and the fact she loses a card at random if she wants to activate one of them. But she has a really strong toolkit of tools, from combat to passive. But let's be honest, the best one is hack. You want to play hack all the time. But yeah, she has to be the Fern power through her codes. She has to be to Fern running away with her codes. She has a lot of good strong tools she can play. She's only held down by not having any mana gen, so it's kind of yeah. But like, I think Optional Hakuno puts her into A, probably like here. Like, because RPS, of course, puts you here. This goes here. And then, let's see. Oh, I'm doing that thing again. Okay, no one's on female Hakuno, Vani. But I think a lot of people who've been following my tier list would know this. Vani is S, obviously under optional conditions, because let's be honest, event control is absolutely fucked. Having that at your fingertips is great, because you can just anger on the rounds you don't want to fight, or you want to cripple one of the players in lead. You play one of the double objective events, or one of the colored events when you want to fight. And it's like, Optional Vani is amazing. In fact, I would say Optional Vani is top of S. But I think Vani is such an innately toxic master for the game, because once again, Vani is able to just influence the game in a way it shouldn't be allowed. And it's extremely toxic and unfun if that Varney player is tilted as fuck. Take example, Taylor taking Varney just to hunt down the person stealing Waver. So while I'm still of the opinion Varney should be banned, Varney is realistically top of S. I'm just saying, on top of having VP Gen. But no, I think Varney is innately toxic. So I think she deserves to be banned in comp play. It's just a really disgusting master to just have. And Dan Blackmore, he's unironically the best train master in this game now. On a bound, sure, you're not getting additional 2 or 3 VP. Okay, sure, but you spending what 1 to 3 mana to get +3 or +5 terrain respectively, and then you absolutely break it by playing prep. So, um, like this is like a fucking fuck it his name. Give me a second. This is definitely a Kazuki. There you go. This is definitely a Kazuki situation where Kazuki's placement depends on what class he has. So like, because let's be honest, optional Dan Blackmore is picking the servant with prep every fucking time. Because with prep, you're winning Shinto uncontested every fucking time. So it's like I kind of want to put him S. But then yet again, like if you don't have prep, I honestly don't think he's that strong. So like prep he's S, without prep he's B. So I think I should find a healthy middle ground for optional Blackmore and put him in A. I think above Kaya maybe. Yeah, I think above Kaya is fine because yet again he's being held back by broken existing. Well, Dan Blackmore's downside is he doesn't get contested if it's 2 or more, which is it's kind of niche honestly, but it is a downside. I'll admit it. Julius, I'm surprised no one's taking Julius. I think Julius would be my pick if I couldn't get the Amakusa. It's like spoiler alert, I like Julius and Leo a lot. I just don't play them a lot. Because my problem with Julius is he takes a little too much thinking, but no, like Skulk is a really good card. Like ability to have. I would literally call him he's literally a terrain master when you think about it with Skulk. Because Skulk is like better Darnik value at that point. And he also counters Darnik, so Darnik control is in shambles, clearly. But no, I think Skulk puts him into B. Probably just below Karen. Because the thing is, Julius is kind of wanting the Skulk in a game where he's allowed to punish people from moving off of terrain. So it's like, if it's a really mobile game, I think Julius gets more value. If it's a game like where no one's surveilling, no one's really moving off terrain, I think he loses value. But again, I'll put him below Karen. And then let's see. What's next? Alice? Optimal Alice is an S. And the sad thing is we don't see a lot of Optimal Alice since Keeper left. And I think honestly I think Optimal Alice can go above Mayor Harkono. Because the ability to win double fields if you know what you're doing is really good. Like if you know how to if you know when to risk it going for Phantom, I think Alice is really strong. She just doesn't have anything extra on top of that. But once again, I think this is a fair place to put them for now. Next is Janako, right? Oh no, I skipped over Leo. Oh, Alice is on Gorg. Oh god, that's not gonna be fun. Ooh. someone's gonna get hit with that penalty hard. Leo. Literally better Tago. If you like, the snowballing thing is nice, sure, but literally being able to play better Leo Tago, sure, you get to go straight into fucking A. I would say above Kaya, but Kirei, because like Kirei's like at this point the thing that stops people from entering A. If you can beat Kirei in terms of value, you can go into A. Okay, if you can't, you go into B. That's how it works. But yeah, no, I think Leo VP value is really strong. Audacity on double objectives. And of course that extra mana value on the ley lines is pretty nice. Anyway, Janaka. Downside isn't as shit anymore. Cheat code cost is good. And getting very increasing the power of your specials by at least one is also incredibly nice. It's just the problem is that if you get like a caster, you can't really do caster recon. You get a lancer, you can't really do lancer recon. It's like, but yeah, like optional Janaka would not be going for those picks, I think. And plus, being able to turn your twos into preps, pretty good value, and you have on-demand luck if you need it. So, and like I said, chain specials is pretty good. I kind of want to put Janaka above Kaya. Yeah, fuck it, Janaka can go above Kaya. That's why I decided. Fuck all you guys. And Shui's on that, so that's gonna be fun to see. Twice. I think it's less effective Varney. But optional twice is probably like using what's the exact wording twice stuff? I need to check the wording before I say anything else. Preps and action if you use this. Yeah, and then how that works. Okay, yeah, no. In prep it's good action, you spend a command to do it. I think that's fair. I kinda want to put human beings. Like optional twice at that point is knowing when you want to risk spurning a command seal to deny an objective that actually really works for you, but it's being revealed on one of your down turns. So I should probably go ahead and put me in B. But there's no way me will ever be allowed to be legal. So banned. Yeah, no, I think twice can go to B. I don't think he has much going for him. But optional twice, it can be pretty disruptive on his own, just not Varney levels of disruptive. And he has nothing really else going for him. Kira, Kaya, Carrier, Kiara. Literally clutch. You're playing clutch, and then you get a Vade boss form. I don't think I've seen a Karia win climax and gained climax. Yeah, good value, and then you are a good fit in climax, but it's like like everyone's working together to screw you over at that point. It's like it's weird that no one wants to work, like these two they want to work together to screw over, but it's like if someone's playing Berserk, you do never want to. No one does it. I think that's the problem with this community. We don't have that raid boss mindset for Berserk, and I think that's what's really been influencing how Berserk is presented in our community. Okay, now we get to the Fey extra stuff. Not Fey extra, Fey APOC stuff. Darnik. Does optional Darnik exist? No. But I do think Darnik has pretty good value in Soul Eater, so you can go into C. Like, if you're playing a big mana dump servant, and you know you're gonna win, you're pretty much refunding yourself a bunch of mana already from Soul Eater, so... Yeah, no, C. I'm putting him in C. Home turf is extra bonus, but I don't think he's being, especially in terms of optional Darnik. Let's see who else is next. Oh, we got Fury and Klaus. Here's the thing, Fiore still works. It's definitely optional, but I think there is not enough reward to that at all. So I think she goes into A for now, just in terms of value. Probably because here's the thing. She's definitely in the place where she has a strong toolkit like Shinako. I mean like female Hakuno. But I think because of her tools just being generally a little bit more nerfed and how much investment you need to put into those tools, I think A is more a realistic place to put her. So yeah, we'll keep it there. Klaus. Oh, and POTUS is on Fiore, so I like POTUS and Fiore. I think can go into bottom of S, but yeah, no. Optimal Fiore without POTUS, I think, is about just below A. Klaus and Sieg. Okay. I better be organize this so this is right. Klaus and Sieg. Klaus is Optimal Klaus, you're spending realistically, then you're doing crafter trees. I think just the destructive value of crafter trees goes here. But I think because it can only do one primal barrier around, that hurts him a little bit, depending on servant bit. But yeah, again, those crafter trees are really strong value to have. And yeah, again, having the extra mana regen is nice. I think just for the value of crafted trees alone. Yeah, no, I think he goes there. Sieg. Optimal Sieg is your burning commands is not for mana but for your cards. And he has really good combat power, if I'm gonna be frank. But it's like that is your command skills. So you have to get your value out of it. And he is really fucking boring, let's be honest. I think in terms of combat power, it's stronger than Shinako though. Hmm. No, I think I goes there. Amakusa. Amakusa is literally Bearkaya. There's two ways to play Amakusa. And I think optimal Amakusa is embracing both sides. You either cooperate, you pick rounds where you want to cooperate with your target, your vassal, and then there's the rounds where you just completely make sure they don't fight on your fields. And I think that's where optimal Amakusa is going to land. And just being able to deny a target and then be able to excommunicate, just copy their skills for that round is also pretty good because it's just for another round. It's like you pretty much have an extra set of tools ready to go if you need it. And during for pre-climax, it's like a really good defense tool. It just lacks the toolbox nature, I think. That's currently gatekeeping these two. So I think he goes above Kali, obviously, but I think he goes back here because he really doesn't have he really has a non-existent downside as well. Like, oh no, your vassal gets to take one mana from you. Okay, it's annoying, yeah, I'll admit it. I'm the one on Amakusa. I hate it, but it's like it's good. Shishigo is really fucking slept on. Like he's like F Hakuno and Fiore on fucking crack. You're moving your like shit cards. You gain benefits you can just burn when you need them. So yeah, no, I think Shishigo's slept on. I think he's actually above Bizet. Like, because Bizet is locked to the mechanic, right? But like Shishigo has like no downsides. He has no downsides. He has deck thinning when he needs it. And he's like, sure, he doesn't have the VP gain of Bizet, but like optimal Shishigo, I think is better than optimal Bizet at that point, because optimal Bizet implies everyone else is playing optimal, and so the Bizet will have a bigger target on her back, than the fucking Shishigo. But now onto the FGO cast. There is no optional female Gudiko, because the way how the rulings work, it's fucking dog shit. Like, sure, she has dumb combos, but I think you cannot play optional Gudiko. There is no optional. Especially when you're taking the worst modifier every time. So, like, no, there is no optional Gudiko. I'm putting her in D. And it hurts me to put her there. Gacha, once again, not optional, but I think he has a better tool set, so you can at least sit and see. Foe, optional foe is... Does optional foe exist? I don't think optional foe exists, does it? Optional foe is... Just with how the marks work, I don't think there's optional foe, because he has really shit pairings. And I think it's just like... Yeah, no, first is in D. At least above Gudiko. But no, there is no optional foe. That's what I decided. Anyway, I guess it's time for my hot take. Scion. If Emiya is the fucking Phil Swift of Fate/Dom Masters in terms of servants, I think Scion is like the rip-off version of Phil Swift. Because she kind of does feel like... She isn't exactly flex tape, she's more like the duct tape. She's the duct tape of Fate Dom Masters. Because while she doesn't fix every single problem with a servant, I think what she can do for servants that don't have class cards and aren't designed around having those class cards is really fucking strong. In fact, I think it's so strong, I'm gonna actually put it above Tega. Which isn't much of a statement. Actually, in fact, I should put that there. There you go, that's a bit better. But it's not much of a statement. But it's certainly something. Because, like... let's go for science tools. Again. Because I really do think... Like, Scion is good on, like I said, servants who aren't designed with the class cards in mind. Like... Really fucking strong. Of course, no, it doesn't apply to all those servants. Like, Quates is obviously an outlier. Section doesn't matter. But look, yeah, once again, exchange a class card or card in your hand or skills line with a matching EX card. Cool. You can add Zerkers if you need it. I don't think you shouldn't. You really shouldn't. The fact you're forced to pay the cost of it is annoying, sure. But let's be honest, you're doing that on a downturn. But like being able to give Archer class to Archerless servants. Archerless servants is pretty good. And then let's see. If I go for the EX cards, like some of these are really dumb niches. Like EX Saber. Sure. EX Saber is a nice niche. And then EX Lancer is just strictly better Lancer, so she's really going to Lancer because of that. EX Fighter just having types is interesting, but it's like... eh. And then EX Archer gives you a reason to fight. EX Caster is a fucking meme. We should not be playing EX Caster at all. You should never pick Scion with EX Caster, but like having Caster on Casterless class 7 is pretty good. EX Zerker, it's funny. It's like when you get into the extra cards, that's when she starts losing values, I think. I think EX Ultra is actually pretty good. Because you can literally just pay the mana of this, and you can always have your Alter Ego out all the time. And then EX Assassin is really good going to Climax, or again, playing here kind of Feast of Harmony. But yeah, no, I think Scion is the flex tape of it's the duct tape of Fate Dom Masters. In fact, I think on the variations of what I just went through, Bond B, I think Optimal Scion is really fucking good. Okay? That's my hot take, and I'm willing to hear your arguments about it in the Discord. Thanks. Optimal Goldorf. If you're not memeing, you're fighting on punch. You're fighting when you're going to get good value out of punch. You're really strong with Vita. Punch gives you additional 4 VP for winning with it. Your only detriment is the fact that you're losing your 5, so or 3s, your strongest cards. But no, I think Optimal Goldorf can go. Above Kaya? I mean, Goldorf is the Vil gatekeeper. Maybe Goldorf is the real gatekeeper of A. So yeah, fuck it. I think Goldorf can go to A if you're not memeing around. Kadok. Once again, Optimal Kadok is good. Realistically, you're not spamming Frozen Waste. You're realistically picking the objectives. When you first do your first 2 expands for servants for something that works on your servants, so that's survival or decree. And then you're doing Frozen Waste spam afterwards to make sure no one else can catch up to you. I think the optimal play is 1 Frozen Waste and then 1 non-Frozen Waste. Because no one's going to contest you in Frozen Waste. So that's like a free expansion. If you want it. But yeah, no, I think optimal Kadok is good. His detriment sucks, especially seeing it's his cannon class. And that makes him bad on caster and archer. As it means he has really bad downturns because he's losing VP. I think I would have rather it be anything else but lose VP. But here we are. But yeah, no, I think optional Kadok can at least go not above Skulk. Actually, no, because I made that argument. No, I think it can go above Skulk, man. But yeah, okay. And now for Mr. Other Triple S pick. You have no downside. And you playing optimally, you're saving your prolongations for your actual objectives. So yeah, you can't find round 7. Okay, cool. Sucks a bit shit if you get a double objective on round 7, sure. But like, I don't even think that downside holds it back either, because it's like, I'd been able to win on round 7 as Ophelia. This is not a strong detriment. So yeah, she gets to sit in S. She's a strong fucking master. What can I say? Akuta is another one I'm tempted to put into triple S. I think she goes into S. Probably actually here. Because, like, Chinaman's existence is really good. That's a VP blocker in itself. If you're playing optimally, you're probably sandbagging fights for Chinaman to gain VP because you're still getting VP. And you still have keep your hand on Eternal Lament, which is a really good combat card. So yeah, no, China, Akuta goes into S, optimally. Optimal Pepe, I want to put into A. I'm probably gonna actually... I think he goes below Leo, I think for now. I mean, looking for discard is pretty strong. Gives you an idea for what you're playing against. Slide is really good. Your objectives are good, but they have to be played from hand, which means his best combos are like, I don't know, but it also affects the opponents. Going into climax, he's a little bit. He has those other objectives. He can Sky Boulder if it's RNG. That's the problem with Pepe. It's RNG. But I think he does have more than all of these two going on. At least put him in the bottom of A. I really don't want to put him anywhere else. Optimal Woodeem. You know what? I think Optimal Woodeem can go above Ilio. But I think as a community, we're still trying to figure out what is Optimal Woodeem. What is like the main problems right now we complain about is first, is his ketamine. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, so I'm just gonna call it ketamine. His ketamine, yeah. But yeah, like I said, optional Woodeem is. I think as a community we're still sorting it out. Like, because there's a lot of factors to Wooding to consider. But I think right now, what we know what we can do with him and as a community, and what I've seen, I think Otto Wooding can go in top of C. I am tempted to put him at the bottom of B because once again the value. Like the thing is, Astromancy has the Chiron problem where it's kind of noticeable when you know they're gonna do it. Like you know when they're gonna snipe, you know when they're gonna fan the thing. So I don't know. I think Optimal Wooding can go in top of C. Eurasia, I think before I said he's shit, and I think he is definitely shit because of Shiki. Um, but I think optional Eurasia means you're just fighting all the time during early, and then you're kind of hoping you're not losing too many of your resources going into climax. Like you're probably going to spend your off rounds trying to mitigate the losses so you can fight on climax rounds. It's like I think realistically you're spending the early games fighting. You're going to spend like round 4, 5, 6 not fighting, maybe trying to sandbag for demons and that, and then 7, 8 onwards you're fighting again. I think that's the play pattern. I don't know. Keeper can talk about it. I also haven't been talking about. He's been betting on these things for. Whoops. He's been so good. Wow. And Trigon is on Glacier. Okay, I have to do Vance next. But no, I think optional Goatia can just. He has a lot of strong combat power. The problem is he's losing it over the course of the game, especially if he gets targeted. But getting to climax, yeah, he might as well get into climax every time. I think I'll just put him between Sieg and Janako. And then we have Tiamat. I think I'm gonna put Tiamat here. I think Tiamat overall has a stronger power cap. But the thing is, you're straying in that stronger power cap compared to Goatia for well, how do I put it? For like longer setup time. Because you really don't fight those early rounds. You're fighting later on once you summon all your beasts. And then once you don't have all your beasts, like if you lose all your beasts, it's terrible. Yeah, fuck it. I think below Sieg, because it's just setup time. But once again, I think he can. I think Tiamat goes above duration. So I dropped my mic, but no, I think just because of the higher power cap compared to Glacier going later into the game. Veins, fuck. It's literally better waiver in terms of what they can do. It's like Ketson got Kenneth and waiver. Let them have a baby. Yeah, VP still on a win. Pretty nice. You VP denying on top of VP still gaining. You have your fucking Tyranids. That's pretty good. Sadistic is Petty is not that bad, honestly, as a detriment. And I think optional players would be avoiding eating shit from Petty. I think because it's not RNG, you can go here. Ruby is really strong. Having your whole hand ready to go whenever you want means you don't really have downturns. Your downturns are completely dependent on your servant at that point. I'll put it here. You do get countered by waiver with some niche interaction. Amber, ever since we nerfed Molotov, she's only good as a. She's good if you against terrains masters more specifically, but being able to have a sort of counter effect where you can hurt whoever's fighting when they should be archer classing or something like that is really good. I think I'll put them just above Karen actually. Shiki, you well, first things first, you hard counter a lot of masters already. Like, let's see who do you counter by just existing as Shiku. You hurt Carrie's deck cycle. You can punish Shishigo for doing too much on stuff. Da da da. You can literally punish Ruby by existing. You can just kill Geisha faster if you want. You can move Gordos punches. Probably if you're lucky, you can do Amber. Yeah, no, you punish a lot of people for just existing as Shiku and being able to defend Sever Life. And I think that just gives her the edge over Ruby. Because if I put her below Ruby, that's stupid. You literally can bully the Ruby by existing. So she has to be above Ruby at least. I don't think she's strong as Bullet, but we'll see. Son got hit hard by the Banhammer, but he's still better than Gudiko. I'm not. That's it. That's all I'm saying. And Fujino, your detriment in pain is not that bad, and you get that budget circuit rage when you go spinal. You have the Fee 4 in addition. I know it used to be a Fee 5, and Kesum said he nerfed it because it didn't have no phantasm typing anyway. So, like I know we like the meme about how Emmy is like the gold standard for combat masters, but I think Fujino should be more something we should consider. But when it comes to not nerf phantasm type additional attacks. Because if we're nerfing at 3-4 for existing, I think that's a problem. But yet again, she can make Shinto cheaper for herself. If she wants to warp to Shinto, she can just warp. And then be able to go Berserker Rage. Sure, I'll put them there. And yeah, I kind of want to put this above ours. Yeah, okay. And there's your tier list. A lot of hot takes, and I'm just gonna do one once over if I want to see everyone change my mind on anything. Obviously, any of these are not moving. I think Azuki might be too high. I kind of wanna like this is what my lizard brain's saying. She should go high, goes high. But yeah, again, if you're estimating on power ability again to climax. Yeah, no. I think that's what Shishko being top of S. That's an interesting pick, right? Lizard brain says yes. My heart says no, though. Yeah, I like where everything else is at least. Pepe being above Leo. Sure, why not? And then let's see. I'm still thinking I'm putting Ryunosuke too high. Other Def is a great card, sure, but you're still giving up terrain advantage for mana. I mean, realistically, you're playing the +1 terrain. You gain 3 mana from that. Fuck it, Craft G very stronger. I think Klaus and Ryunosuke are interchangeable personally. I like where Zolkin's sitting right now personally. Kanif is really held back by the detriment. Twice, yeah, sure, Scion. I think objective manipulation is still better than Scion's duct tape's playstyle. Optimal Redeem, there is no optimal Ilya. Optimal Vin is not that good. Optimal Darnik, sure, but you might as well get better value out of Mana Masters. There is no optimal Taiga. There is no optimal Gudo. Optimal Gudo is literally having investing all your stat points into luck at that point. Yeah. And like I said, Vani, if I didn't put it in the ban list, would be top of S because once again, Optimal Vani is pretty good. I need to go edit this video and do stuff, so bye. Yeah, last second change of mind before I finish this video, because I'm talking about it right now. I forgot the fact that certain drafts exist, and that kind of does shift a lot of these picks around. And I think the only one that gets shifted is Foe going above Garcha, because you mitigate his bad pairings at least. And like I said, I still think there's a case for Garchman being in C. I definitely see him going down to D, but yeah. So like I said, optional Foe with 7 draft in play, yeah, sure, he can go into C. And then like, I don't think a lot of these other masters can get affected by it that much. I mean, maybe Escape, but I still think Quadra Tree value still beats that, even with 7 draft being a factor. And that goes really for everyone else. I think actually Scion can go above twice with 7 draft in mind. Because you can just, like I said, you can just pick your good options, at least a bit better with that. Same Kazuki. I think Kazuki. Yeah, again, no, Kazuki can sit where he is, and I think everyone else is perfectly fine. So there you go. There's my small update, my very, very small update, and just as a friendly reminder, Vani goes into S, but I still think she should ideally be banned. Like she's top of S if she isn't banned. That's my thoughts. Okay, cool. So I guess one more final update. Don't at me.